The movie begins after World War II. There was a Cold War going on between Russia and the United States. Russians were performing experiments to keep themselves secure from the United States so that they might raise an army of superheroes among the populace. These experiments were being carried out on both humans and animals, where their DNA was being replaced. They were being transformed into superheroes after infusing their strength into them. The experiments were taking place in several towns around the country, with some people being transformed into superheroes, and some of these experiments were successful, and some humans developed superhuman abilities. As a result, they are transformed into superheroes. The first superhero to take on a new shape after having his DNA replaced, he had the ability to turn into a powerful beast. The second hero possessed superhuman speed. He was a skilled swordsman. The third could command Earth's materials such as water, air, and stone. The fourth was a woman named Xenia, who could turn herself invisible. She has the ability to raise or lower her body temperature, and she could also turn her body into the water at any time. All four were the most prominent superhumans. A professor was in charge of the entire task. Russia is carrying out these experiments. A scientist named August can now be seen at America's laboratory. Many of his experiments failed. As a result, the conduct of his experiments was prohibited in the United States. August is envious when he learns that Russia's experiment has been successful. He also grows hostile, envious. He flees to a spot far from the Soviet authorities. When he arrives, he conducts his illegal and covert experiments. In this experiment, many innocent people become victims. They had no idea what was going on with them. As a result of his ambition, he begins to experiment on himself. The military learns that he is doing illegal research. As a result, military raids were conducted on his laboratory. Even he was aware that the military was preparing to attack him. That was why he had placed a bomb in the laboratory. It kills other military officers while he remains safe. He is safe because he conducted his experiment on himself. Under the influence of the experiment, he appeared to be an animal. He had evolved into a cybernetic organism, and as such, he could command machines. He had the ability to generate energy. He not only causes havoc here, but he also destroys the laboratory where the other superhumans were kept. Because they were new superheroes, the new superheroes had no fighting experience. As a result of their lack of awareness, they hit in various places to avoid the explosion. They move away from the world invisibly. On the other hand, the military is teaching their personnel on how to use these army robots effectively in upcoming fights. These robots suddenly stop working, and they blow up military tanks while demolishing the control center. As a result, several officers and soldiers are killed. Only August is still alive. Following that, the Ministry of Defense meets. It is decided in it that superheroes must be found and returned. He directs them to begin the search for the superheroes. The first super agent is discovered in a location where he had wished to confront August numerous times before. Because August had taken the lives of so many innocent people, he joins when he realizes the aim of this military is to defeat August. The second super agent has been discovered in another country. He also agrees to back the government. The third super agent is discovered in the jungle, and the final one is Xenia, who rose to prominence after appearing in a circus show. She also accepts to participate in this mission. And they're all getting ready for the task. They intend to destroy August's laboratory from the start. When they arrive, they are met with high alert security services. August's troops are stationed around his laboratory. Xenia is moving forward while remaining invisible. But August and his security team were already on the lookout for these super agents. As a result, August's men attack Xenia while firing their guns. As a result, Xenia has been stopped. Two more super agents are also involved in a lot of fighting, and they put a stop to August's men. They are soon injected with a medication that renders them unconscious. The third superhero has command of the situation and is bitterly opposed to August. They used to hate each other. As a result, August steps outside to confront them. But August was far more powerful than that superhuman. So August kills him while throwing him away. The four are then arrested, and August gives them the choice of joining his anti-government team and be the rebel of the government. However, they refuse to carry it out. As a result, August loses his cool and traps three of them, and he leaves a magnetic field that weakens their abilities, while the fourth superhero is severely hurt. The enemy was entrapping Russia's superhumans in this manner. August advances to his next task. He seizes the military tanks and trucks and drives them into the city's inhabited areas, causing a commotion. Because all tanks under the command of August were causing havoc, many innocent people have been victimized. Then he digs out 2 massive skyscrapers, and his helicopter transports him to a location. His goal was to exert control over satellite communications. He will gain control of all technology and satellites in this manner. As a result, weapons such as missiles, helicopters, and aircraft will fall under his control. He will occupy the entire world while maintaining control of it. Then he is free to attack anybody he wants. Major Alina searches for her superheroes on her own. She keeps them secure in her Patriots facility. She believes that these superhumans are new and that they must be trained. Then she wonders, how can they train? Then she learns that August's old acquaintance, an elderly man, was present in the final operating laboratory. He had awareness of August and his module project. In some way, Major Alina is successful in finding August's companion. There is an identical August, says Major Alina. We'll have to check with him to find out what the problem with August is. We may also attack them. In contrast, August arrives at a location, lifting towers. He deploys his robots throughout the structure. They murder the soldiers, paving the way for the attackers. Then he activates his system using the towers he brought with him. He also obtains control of the center satellite. Major Alina is preparing for her superhumans with expertise. The outfits are given to those superhumans based on their mission. As a result of those threatening dresses, they may get more power. After a rigorous training period, the team is finally ready to fight. Then this group arrives, and it begins to kill August's men. They also arrive at August's location, where his event is taking place. They then proceed to the building's balcony. A strong pipe connected the building and tower. They make their way through the pipe, but as August's troops approach, they begin to shoot. One of their superhuman companions tries to save them. They were still caught in trouble. Then, while flying through the air, a superhuman arrives. August's men are collapsing as he attacks them. They are now all 4 approaching the tower. Their aim is to eliminate August's system as well as his command. Xenia continues on her quest to destroy the power source. She loses consciousness due to a lack of sufficient power sources. Then, as she approaches, another superhuman pulls her from there. For a time, the power supply was damaged. Then all of the superhumans ascend. They start fighting August, but he was bigger and stronger than them. He hits them all and beats them down. August is about to kill them when one of their companions approaches. He levitates 3 of his buddies and secures them with ropes using his newfound strength. This rope is connected to an airplane, but August is going to destroy the plane while still in command of it. And that superhuman cuts the rope that had bound them. They all sink to the bottom. They then confront August once more. Major Alina then emerges. Because August's old acquaintance had taught Major Alina anything, that old man was looking at the DNA of all 4 superhumans except August. It is revealed to him that by combining all of their powers, they may create a great force. As it approaches its limit, that power will burst, and it will spread all across the world. In this manner, August and his power source will be eliminated, so they all 4 begin to use their powers to produce the most power. There is a full power energy wave that begins to produce there. Following the explosion, the whole power spreads throughout the entire world. August and his module project are the intended victims. It is destroyed, and August is also dead. As a result, the superhumans protect the entire state. They are ecstatic after completing their mission successfully. And it also concludes the film.